behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have a great interview for you in just a moment. Before we begin, don't forget about the subscribe and the bell buttons below you there. Anytime you click those, you'll always be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section below here. We'd love to hear from you. And if you check out the description part of this video and also the closing credits at the end of the show, we'll have contact info for you, so hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Nashville, Tennessee today, we have the Sweet Nothins. They're very awesome, and I think you're going to agree. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let's have a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Nashville, Tennessee today, we have the Sweet Nothins. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see, and we want to thank Clinton Gregory for arranging all this, and we've been trying to get you guys on the show for a while now, so I'm glad you finally got here.
Thank you.
Well, how did it all begin as far as you goes? I mean, everybody, sometimes they start off when they're really young, they enjoy music, maybe it comes much later, but tell us a little bit about how you found music.
Well,
Do you want to start first?
Actually, our mom and daddy, our mama and her brothers and sisters sang in a quartet. Actually, they sounded like the old Chuck Wagon Gang. And then daddy played the banjo, so we got singing music from both sides of the family. But we've always loved it.
We've always loved music and just performing in front of people. And
from the day we were born in the little town of Sevier County, we knew that we would be moving to Nashville to sing. It's been our dream. It was a gift. It's a gift from God.
yes, it is. It truly is.
Okay.
As far as me, no, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, as far as me, just being a kid growing up in the 60s and 70s, I remember my parents taking me to the record store so I could buy the singles, I had an older sister, 3 years older, that was big into music and was always buying rock albums and things like that. So she was always kind of an influence of what she liked to listen to. I always got to hear. And then when I got into college, I started playing guitar because I didn't have anything else to do. I definitely wasn't going to study. So I started playing guitar and hooked up with some guys and started playing a band in the 80s and kind of progressed from there.
And then me and Lisa introduced him to bluegrass and country music.
And gospel.
And gospel.
Yeah,
Yep.
after we mutually met with some mutual friends that were musicians and in the music business. The guy that I was playing bass for at the time was friends with the couple that was their manager at the time. And so we all met at Hooters in Nashville.
Yeah.
And that was in 1992. And Lisa and I got married in 93. And then, it just kind of went from there.
Okay. And I forgot to mention that this is Chip and this is Lisa and Teresa McCarter.
Correct.
Yes.
But we didn't actually start, other than singing in church, just as special music or something like that. We really didn't come together as Sweet Nothins until 5-6 years ago. 2018.
2017. We came together because we recorded and did our first
Smoky Mountain.
release.
Yeah.
CD release. party.
Our first CD, Sweet Memories. That we kind of came together as a group to do that with a name, actually.
Yeah.
That record, you want to fill them in on how that came about?
On that record, we were approached from someone in our hometown in Sevierville, and we were supposed to pick out songs that would represent like the Smoky Mountains, So that record was mainly for the Smoky Mountains, like what they would play on tour buses that were taking tourists
To Gatlinburg,
to
Pigeon Forge,
Gatlinburg, and
Sevierville.
Gift
Yes.
shops and souvenirs and things like that. We were commissioned to do the music for a DVD for like a vacation type package.
for the Smoky
And
Mountains.
of
Smoky
course, we
Mountains.
had to do a whiskey song
Yeah.
for all of the distilleries up there.
Of
So
course.
we had to put on that record rye whiskey.
Rye whiskey and Smoky Mountain memories and things like that. Well, long story short, it fell through, and
Yes.
we weren't quite finished with the audio yet with our portion. So we just stopped what we were doing and released the 8 songs that we had finished at that point
Yes.
as Sweet Nothings and Sweet Memories. And then we started on our second record shortly after that. And then COVID
Stopped us.
entered the picture and put about a 2-year halt on it.
Yes.
And we picked back up on that.
In 2021, then our oldest sister, Mama had 6 girls, and our oldest sister, Rebecca, was in a car wreck in 2021. So that kind of put an end to our new project, the Sweet Nothings new project. And so we had to take care of our sister for 2 years. So it's been on hold. And this year,
Yeah, just last year we got back on it.
we got back on it. But then this year, the start of January, then we started
We released.
mixing
Mhm.
and mastering it, and now we've got already 2 out.
Yeah,
that's
we've
been
released 2 singles off of it so far in May.
May, and
And
then
in August we
August.
released Better Days, and I think we might have an actual video in the works for Better Days that just hasn't come together yet.
Right.
And then our next single is going to be out probably by the end of November
Yeah.
for a Long Time Getting Over You. And then while we finish the other polishing on the other 6 or 7 songs, we will have a complete CD ready at that point. Hopefully by spring.
yeah.
We've realized that you can't force anything to happen. You just have to let it happen as the Lord allows it to happen.
Right, it's in God's timing
Yeah.
and not ours, because we want it right now. But if it's not in God's timing, it's not going to take
Yeah,
place.
we wanted it 5 years ago and it just didn't happen. So but that's kind of how we came to be as Sweet Nothings.
Mm. Well, that's a good story. I'm glad that you're doing things. I hope you'll have many years ahead of you. And why don't you tell us about some of the bands? I mean, I'm sure all the legends come to mind that, kind of influenced you guys. Maybe you can mention a few of those.
Oh,
Well,
my goodness.
Dolly
Well,
Parton, of course.
Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris, Glenn Campbell,
Johnny Rodriguez, Don Williams, Merle Haggard, John Denver.
Yes. And then what was it? The Blue Sky Boys is what we listened to.
And the Leuven
The
brothers.
Leuven brothers is what we listened to. Mama had that playing constantly in the house. We just loved the harmonies. And the Whites, we loved their harmonies. They sung on all of Emmylou's records, and we just loved them so much. And Ricky Skaggs.
Yeah.
There's so many people that were just amazing that we just loved listening to, and actually got our influences from all of those. And then see Daddy listen to Bill Monroe. All of the bluegrass people is what Daddy listened
And then
to.
Mama listened to the old gospel song, people like she loved Mother Maybelle Carter and
the Carter family, the Chuck Wagon Gang,
the Lewis family.
the Lewis family. So we had music, it seemed like, from the time we were born until today. We just love the
Different kinds of
different kinds of
actually.
music.
Very harmony oriented
Exactly.
and based was a big part of the vocal harmony part. And when we got together, I had always sung with the people I played with. I mean, I sang lead in some bands in the 80s, but when I met them, I was singing harmony. And so when we started singing together, nobody knew how to sing lead because they always sang harmony with their sister.
Yeah, with
and I usually
Jennifer.
sang harmony, and our vocal ranges are different, of course. And so we'd sit there and try to learn a song, and we'd blow a pitch pipe for the lead note, and we'd all go to the harmony part of it, and nobody knew where the lead was. So that's been interesting. And so on our records, we take turns doing lead as well as different harmony parts to what we do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But another artist or, people that we love is Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. Don't know if you know them, but they are amazing. Just all people like that with tight harmonies is wonderful.
And since we don't play instruments, most of our stuff has always been a cappella.
Yeah.
And we don't play out that much because we always have to put a band together to do that. But we just like singing, and as long as somebody can play a guitar or a keyboard or something along with it, we love it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned Johnny Rodriguez. Yeah, I had almost forgot about him. I remember that when I was a kid, listening to Johnny's music. He was really good, obviously.
Well,
Yes, actually, one of the first songs that we learned by Johnny Rodriguez was "Pass Me By."
We love
If you're only passing through.
Oh, we love that one.
During was it Fanfare Week 5 or 6 years ago when we sang for him?
Yes.
We ran into him at the Nashville Palace, which is during Fanfare Week. If you ever been here for that, it's now called CMA Fest, something like that.
Yeah.
And they ran into him at
backstage
at the Nashville Palace, and we actually do on our first record one of his songs, and so we kind of put him in a corner and sang it to him real quick.
Dance with me once again, darling.
If you remember that song, and he seemed to really like it. So that was nice to actually sing to him one of his songs.
But see, we did tours with him. We did the PACAF tours and the USO tours with Johnny Rodriguez and
entertaining our troops, which that was amazing.
It was amazing to do stuff like that. But Johnny he was a good influence on us. I loved him so much. His voice is amazing.
And he's still out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how many shows he does a year, but he's still out there playing some shows as far as we know.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he's still doing things.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell us about, and I'm sure it's a simple question, but tell us how we can find your music. I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms. Maybe you have CDs as well, but tell us how we can find you on social media as well as, official websites, so forth like that. We'd like to know all that.
Well, let's see.
We're on Spotify.
Well, yeah, we're on all the social, on all the downloading streaming platforms, all the main ones, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube Music, and 50 others. Any place you can find, if you search our name.
Sweet Nothins without the G, but apostrophe S.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 different other groups that have variants of the name, but ours is Nothins, Nothin apostrophe S. For ours, the website is sweetnothinstrio.com. On Instagram, it is Sweet Nothins 3.
Yes.
Sweet Nothins 3 on Instagram, and of course, the same Sweet Nothins on Facebook. We just kind of have a couple of different social media pages because it's too much to keep up with.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, listen to what they say. Go to all those places, their streaming sites, social media sites, official websites, so forth. And I know they would really fall in love with you for that. And we're going to play this video in just a moment here. It's called Better Days. I think you mentioned that towards the beginning. What's the story behind this song? We'd love to hear your story behind that song.
Well, it's a friend of ours is a songwriter, and we liked some of his songs, so we had him come over 4 or 5 years ago, I guess, and just play us some of the songs that he had.
So he sat down with his guitar and he just started singing all of these beautiful songs.
We started recording,
and so we thought, okay, that would be great on our record. And we got his permission.
Yep. And that was one of the songs he played for us. And
everybody needs better days.
That's right. Yeah. There are better days coming.
I think 9 of the 10 songs on our record are written by him.
Yeah.
And this one was written, I want to say either in the early 2000s, but it has so much to do with what's been going on in the last 5 or 6 years. So everybody goes through stuff. And it's just kind of a song about not giving up, that, tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah.
And
amen.
Promise it's going to be better no matter what you're going through. And everybody can relate to it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I listened to the song just a little while ago. I really love this song. And I know you are too. And we're going to get to that in a second. But Sweet Nothins, thank you so much for being on the show today. Anytime you want to come back on the show and plug something new, you're welcome to come back. So
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Paul,
so
for
much.
having us.
We'd love
We're
to do it again.
grateful.
Sure thing.
We really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
well, thank you for that. You made my day.
Same here.
Anyway, here's the song, Better Days, and it begins right now.
Better days, may they find you soon. I know you're hiding, you're out there licking your wounds. Don't give in, don't give up the fight. You just keep on stumbling through your long dark tunnel toward the light. When you reach the end, I promise, no matter what your demons say, you'll find those better days. Better days gonna come again. Meanwhile, keep a little courage up, my friend. Better ways to heal a heart. If you bury it alive, you know the healing's never gonna start. So come on out in the open, just beyond the haze, you'll find those better days. Better days, they've been too long gone, but I swear they're out there and coming up some sweet dawn. Better days coming back around. You just keep on clinging to whatever faith you found. Keep one eye out for that sunrise. When you see the dawn's first rays, here come those better days. Here come those better days. Here come those better days.